Good morning, dear students. We have discussed about the meristematic tissues, and we also discussed the general features and the characters of the permanent tissues. Then we also discussed that permanent tissues are of two types: simple permanent tissues and the complex permanent tissue. There's one more type of tissue which is known as the protective tissue. These are the special tissues. Okay, so I'll give you a table where we divide. I have already given you, but then still I'll give you another table to see how the permanent tissues are divided and how do we study them. Next is the simple tissues, the simple permanent tissues. As I have discussed, the simple permanent tissue can be divided into three types of cells. We have the parenchymatous cells, we have collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So let us discuss about the simple permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues are tissues which are similar in structure. The cells are similar in structure, origin and function, and permanent tissues, simple permanent tissues are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Epidermis is a protective tissue. So let us discuss about the parenchyma. You can start writing the points also as I speak about them. The simple permanent tissues are thin walled and relatively unspecialized because they have just differentiated from the meristematic cells. They have thin walls. Now then, they are not having very specialized structures. They are isodiametric. They haven't yet formed a specific shape. They are living cells which form the basic packing tissue of the plant body, and it lies between specialized tissues. It is the most abundant tissue in plant. I am talking of parenchyma. The cells are oval, spherical, polygonal in outline. I'll show you. These are the parenchymatous tissues. There is a central vacuole, peripheral cytoplasm containing nucleus. The cells are loosely packed. And large intercellular spaces can be seen. They occur in all parts of plant like the stem, the root, leaves, flowers, fruit, seed. Mesophyll of leaves is chloroplast containing parenchyma. Cortex, pith, medullary rays of the stem and root are formed of parenchyma. Vascular tissue also contain parenchyma. So these are the parenchymatous cells. They are most abundant cells. You all can copy this diagram and write the features of the parenchyma tissue. Now, talking of the functions. Again, I want you all to write down all the functions which I discussed just now. Functions would be, the main function is storage. Storage of food is the major function of parenchymatous cells. The succulent organs. The parenchyma cells of succulent organs stores mucilage and water. They give support. The tissue remains turgid and provides rigidity and support to softer parts of the plant. That means the softer parts of the plant absorb water during transpiration and they stay rigid. Because of the presence of the intercellular space in between the parenchyma cells, they allow exchange of gases. The parenchymas present that contain the chloroplast are called chlorenchyma, and chlorenchyma is present in the leaf of interior in the leaves and as well as the cortex of young stem. You see the young stems green in color and the leaves are green in color. This is because the parenchymatous cells that are present have chloroplast present in. Here are the chlorenchyma cells. They are green in color. You see the slide. And as I told you, they are seat of photosynthesis or manufacture of organic food. I hope you all have seen some plants float over water. They have a special type of this parenchyma tissue which is known as erenchyma. They are modified parenchyma and they are present in aquatic plants. They consist of a network of parenchyma cells which enclose large air spaces, and these air cavities store gases and also provide buoyancy to the aquatic plant, because of which the aquatic plant can float. Another modified or special type of parenchymatous cell present on the surface of the plant organ is the epidermis. It is the outermost layer and it covers the leaves, the fruits, the stem, root. It is generally one layer thick cell. It is just one layer thick, mind you, and it has a cuticle that prevents or protects it from the surrounding. So epidermis, erenchyma, chlorenchyma, these are all modifications of the parenchymatous cells. What is parenchymatous cells? That means the cells have just differentiated into a particular type of tissue which we refer as parenchyma. They are all living cells. They have thin walls. They are isodiametric. They have spaces, intracellular spaces around them, and they are at times modified like the epidermal cells, where it is a single layer of cell and it is covered with a thick cuticle. Then we have on the epidermis also you see the stomata, you see cuticle, they are projections. So they are all different types. To study them, you will study about them in higher classes, not now, but then do remember that the simple permanent tissue, the first type, which is parenchyma, there are certain modifications. Some of them include your erenchymatous cells, chlorenchyma, which is having chloroplast in them, and the epidermal cells.